What is up? Gavin back here with another video. This time we're doing School of Madden. Just basically a playlist to teach you guys things that will help you in the long run for Madden, I guess you could say. Um, so offensively, I'm just doing random play. I'm just gonna basically just show you the defensive side of it. Um, Sometime I'll probably do a like how to beat cover 1 or how to beat cover 3 and like examples of plays and what to look for. But right now I'm just going to show you coverages. So cover 1, a normal cover 1 is just going to be a bunch of man coverage like these right here, a bunch of man coverage and a deep zone. As you can see, a few are different. Some have like keep it contains and things like that. Some have like two middle zone coverages. That's like man up deep. But what you're usually gonna see is one of these three here that I'm showing you right now on the 3-4, like odd 3-4 even. Any of these really you're gonna see often in online. So I'm gonna show you guys an example with this, and I'm gonna show you basically how you can tell the coverage. So what you're going to be looking for immediately, you see that single high safety up top. He's right past this linebacker. I'm trying to show you with the man thing, the blue M, but he's up top. I'm also going to show this in like instant replay and stuff. But one thing you can do is motion. Motioning players can tell a bunch of things. So you just watch what the defense does. So you move Scotty Miller outside, the corner moves with him. I'm just going to keep showing more, because why not? Watch Godwin move across. Who moves with him? The same guy that moved with him from the beginning. Minka Fitzpatrick stays with him. Then sometimes they'll do this as well. They'll like swap players. So Minka Fitzpatrick just swapped with whoever the other corner is in the top right, and now he's playing Godwin. You can just tell by motions. Motions say so much about man coverage. When I move him back, who follows him there? Minka Fitzpatrick. Simply enough, man coverage is very easy to read with motions. That's why teams like the Chiefs and the Ravens in the NFL use it to their advantage. I'm just gonna check it out, but I'm gonna show you now from like instant replay and what you're looking at offensively. So you'll look here and you'll see, wait, why isn't it, where's the zoom out? Here's the zoom out, okay. So you'll see the single high safety sitting here, back here, and then you see the man on man. This guy's on Scotty Miller, number 10. This guy's on Evans, number 13. Over here, Godwin is playing this guy right here, and you can see that they all follow it. One of these guys is playing the running back, and one of these guys is playing the tight end. I'm guessing this guy was playing the tight end here. And I'm guessing this guy was playing a middle zone, and this guy was playing man coverage against the running back. That would be what I'd have to guess on this one. Because this guy's on the further right, the running back's on the right, the tight end's on the left, this guy's on the left, this guy's in the middle, so I'd have to guess he's playing the middle coverage. But as the play goes, you can start to read the defense, and you can see Rob Gronkowski's getting followed by this guy who's playing the man coverage on the tight end. This guy's playing Godwin over here. Scotty Miller's getting played by Minka Fitzpatrick right here. And I still don't know like many of the Steelers corners, even though I'm a Ravens fan. And you can see Mike Evans getting covered by him here. You can just tell it's a one-on-one like everywhere. And then this middle eye safety that's just playing deep coverage. This is one of the simple coverages to read in this game because of motions and because of like right after snap reads. You can tell that it's man on man. But yeah, basically it's just one-on-ones all over the field, and a middle high safety is like usually what you're going to see in cover 1. Also, another thing you will see in cover 1 is a lot of blitzes. A lot of teams like to blitz, or like people online like to blitz in cover 1. I do as well, but what I usually do is I blitz the tight end guy, the guy who's covering the tight end, and also a guy who is covering the running back. Now I'm going to show you cover 3. So cover 3 is kind of an interesting one. I probably should have shown cover 2, but whatever. I don't know why my guy's moving. I'm not really moving him. Okay, there you go. Stop moving. Okay, he's still going. Okay, yeah, this is the broken controller. Wonderful. Okay, so this is what cover 3 would normally look like. 2 outside guys, 2 middle coverages, and 3 high coverages. You can tell right off the bat that that middle eye safety is probably going to play the middle eye again, like the deep zone coverage. A lot of things that I like to do for cover 3 when I'm playing defense is I just blitz the linebackers and say, okay, then I put this guy on like a man coverage on somebody like Gronk. Yeah, this controller's real messed up. You can kind of just tell. Okay, yeah. But what I usually do would be this. I'd make that adjustment, but I'm gonna put it back to the normal thing because you guys probably want to see that. But this is normally going to be some type of coverage like this. Maybe the purple zone coverages would be blue, like light blue, if you know what I'm talking about. So that could also change, but this is normally what you're going to see in cover 3, something similar to this. Something you can do in cover 3 is there's like different spots on the field to hit. A lot of short routes can be used on cover 3 from what I've played against. But cover 3 is a really interesting one. We're just going to hike it here, show you guys what it looks like as it develops. So you'll see in the instant replay, immediately off the line. Here, let me zoom out here. So immediately off the line, you're going to watch these corners here. This outside corner here and this outside corner here. So this guy is going to move immediately back. They just backtrack right off the line. They immediately backtrack. And that's how you can tell that they're playing a deep zone, because normally if they would be covering closer, or if they're man, they're going to be a lot closer to the guy. They're going to be up in his face. But because they're playing a deep zone, they're backing up immediately to get back into that deep zone, which makes sense. It's pretty simple on that part. But you're just looking for that. When you're looking for a cover 3, if your guy that you're playing against plays a lot of cover 3, look for those backups on the safeties. But the purple zones would be this guy right here and this guy right here. So watch what they do off the line here. So this guy, I think it's Terrell Edmonds. I remember playing with him for a second. But he's going to jump over here and take the outside leverage, which usually means he's either playing man coverage or he's in a zone. And because he's further away from like Gronk, because Gronk would be the only person that'd be covering outside, because Gronk's doing an out route, as you can see him cut, it has to be a zone. So purple zones are actually pretty good against like out routes and things like that, but he's going to jump over to the outside and play the outside of Gronk, as obviously he is the outside man, like outside coverage. He's like I think these two are the only people that are actually outside at all, other than like the deep blues, but the deep blues are obviously deep down the field. But you'll see as the coverage goes here, you can kind of just tell what's going on. You get the 4 down D lineman, yeah, whatever, that's not really part of the coverage. You got this outside guy because he's the most outside in the whole entire thing, the 2 middle linebackers playing zones across the middle. You get the 3 deep zones, which are this safety, this corner here, and this corner here, and then an outside zone here, a purple zone, who has to play deeper as well. That's the thing. In this coverage, also something you can do is throw a lot of outside plays, because the purple guy is usually going to play the deeper route, right? So what you do is you put somebody on an out route, like Gronk here, and then you put somebody on a curl, like this guy right here, and this guy's going to be wide open all day. Because this deep, like this purple zone has to cover the deeper route, because why would he let the deeper route be wide open? But also another thing you can look for in this coverage is like an in route across the middle, because the two middle linebackers, you can try to fit one in, but the thing is that left middle linebacker is going to follow him a little bit, and then the right middle linebacker is going to try to jump in, so you have to really fit into a window. But definitely something to look for is cover 3. Pretty simple coverage. It's also very similar to cover 1, so I'm actually really happy I showed you guys cover 3 right after cover 1, because they have a similar look right off the line. But you're definitely just going to be looking for after snap type reads for cover 3. Now on to cover 2. We're going to do let's do cover 2 man first. So once again, something to identify man over zone is motions. So I'm going to show you guys a motion here, and then I'm going to show you guys exactly what it looks like for the defense as the motion is going on. You can see here, I'm going to motion it back to show you it again. So you see who's covering Goblin right now. It's this like safe, like corner safety. I don't even know if that's, I think that's a corner. I'm not really sure, but playing Goblin on the right side. And then when I motion Goblin to the left, it swaps, because the guy, usually you're not going to want the guy to run across the whole entire thing unless you set like some type of coach suggestions or something like that. I mean like coaching adjustment or something. Oh my gosh, this controller's all messed up. But yeah, usually you're going to be looking for that for man coverage over zone, like I said earlier with cover 1. But cover 2 usually has the deep 2 safeties. Pretty simple enough because it's cover 2. You're going to be looking for those over at the top. Something you could do with cover 2 is look for like a deep post, because in between the two zone coverages, you see like right down the middle, there's like that little space there. What you can usually do is do a streak post, like a streak on the outside and a post on the inside, and then also like another streak on the other side. I did not mean to do that. It usually tends to pull the deep blues outside, and then you can bomb it over the top to the post. But you also have to beat the man coverage. So that's the thing, is like the issue of beating the man coverage. Can you beat the man coverage and then get that fit in there? Once again, I'm going to show you right off the line what you'll see in cover 2. So cover 2, like I said, the two deep safeties are going to be like the immediate read off the bat to tell that it's cover 2. It could also be cover 4, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. So cover 2, the two safeties deep. These guys are playing man coverage, the 4 down D lineman. Once again, another thing I like to do, and I know some people that are my friends and just other people that I play with online like to blitz the middle linebackers, just to bring more pressure on the quarterback, and also you still have coverages on the receivers, and the running back and the tight end would be open though. That's the only issue. It's kind of like a risk reward type thing. You either get like a big sack, a lot of pressure, or you give up a big game to the tight end or running back, or he barely gets enough time to get a big pass off. But that's also something I like to do. But two deep safeties, man coverage, just pressed at the line usually, but also people will back them up because you got people like Mike Evans or Julio Jones that will just torch you off the line. You're just reading the two deep safeties, like I said. Man coverage all over. Make motions. Pretty simple enough. Cover 2. In my opinion, like the basic coverage of this game. Now on to, we're going to do cover 2 zone just because why not. This is one of my favorite defenses in the game actually. Tampa 2. I like it a lot just because it's 3 zone coverages for linebackers, and I use it like a linebacker, so usually it's not the hardest coverage in the world because you have 2 more people that can cover around you, meaning that you don't have to screw up all the time, and also you can cover that deep zone that the 2 blues can't cover in between them, which is something really, really good. But yeah, cover 2 zone. Once again, if you make a motion, if nobody moves with you, you're probably looking at zone. But right here, I'm going to motion Gronk. You see how nobody on the whole entire thing moved? Nobody at all. Like, you can just tell that cannot be man coverage there. because man coverage would at least somewhat move. Now, if I move Evans outside, that guy will probably shift outside, but that's just because he's right there. Say if I take Scotty Miller inside, the guy's still going to do the same thing. But once again, you see him playing off and to the right side. What is that guy covering? He's playing the outside blue, the light blue now, not the purple, but the light blue outside. So you can tell, because he stays on the outside of Scotty Miller, that he most likely is not playing a man coverage. Because usually man coverage would move closer to him and play him at the line. So yeah, basically just cover 2 except with zones. Simple enough. But yeah, now I'm going to move on to cover 4. Alright, random play. Cover 4. Oh, I didn't even know that was freaking cover 6. Oh, it's basically... Okay, never mind. I don't ever call out a concept. I call out of formation, so I don't really like realize all that stuff. But I know like cover 2 and stuff. I just didn't know that there was like a thing called cover 6. Can I move to the linebacker, please? Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? No, we give up. We'll just take the safety. No, actually, that's a bad idea. We'll just play D-line. Okay. Cover 4. What you're looking at is 2 deep safeties, 2 deep corners. What a lot of people like to do on cover 4 to like disguise it and move up the corners. So then it looks like it's man coverage, because man coverage for like cover 2 is like a press. Most of the time that is. But the thing is how to torch that is you just literally put a streak on the field. You put Mike Evans. Okay, so is this a run play? Please don't tell me it's a run play. It's not a run play. Okay. So watch Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. One of them's probably going to get separation. If they get separation, they're gone. That was a quick backup. Okay. I haven't seen that animation in a long time. But usually what people do is press people up to make it look like a cover 2. But what you could do is you could just motion them, move them around, and it'll probably just find itself out at some point. But usually the corners will be back. Usually back around where the safeties would normally be, so back there where like the pink C is. But that's usually the tell, is the 2 deep safeties and the deep corners. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you hike the ball and the movement of the defense now. Okay, so when the defense, when you hike the ball, you're on cover 4, you watch the deep safeties, the deep corners, they like back up, trail back type thing. Same thing with the safeties. You can just tell it off the bat that they're moving backwards just because they're tilted backwards and stuff. And they're going to keep backing up as long as there's somewhat of a route that's somewhat deep. Like this corner route to Godwin's going to keep pulling this guy back, and this guy a little to the outside as well. As you can see, like watch him move further back, and this guy moves further in because there's nothing deep yet that he's seen. But that's usually the tell, is just the backing up corners and the safeties in like a cover 2 stance where there's 2 deep safeties and deeper corners. Simple enough. That's cover 4, and now we'll go into cover 6. Alright, so cover 6. Cover 6, simply enough, is basically cover 3 in my opinion. Except the deep safety is playing a, well, like bigger area, I guess you could say. Like the safety on the left, you'll see him, Fitzpatrick. He's playing like a deeper zone back there. Yeah, the left stick on this controller is real screwed up. Oh, sorry. My controller is a little screwed up. The second controller, that's the defensive one. But you'll just see in the top left that the deep safety, which is Minka Fitzpatrick in this scenario, is going to be playing a bigger zone than the other 2 who are going to be playing on the right. You could also flip it, and it would be just flipped, and the other corner would move back, and the other safety would take up a bigger zone. But yeah, it's usually somewhat like this for the defense. Another thing I like to do, because I'm a very aggressive defense, I'm kind of like the Ravens in real life. I like to just blitz. I like to just bring the heat. And once again, I put like a zone in. But yeah, back to cover 6. I'll show you guys what to see after snap. Oh, great, it's a run play. Oh, give me a second, I'm gonna do that again. Okay, is this pass play? It is. Okay, good. So you're just looking for those safeties and those corners to move back, and looking out for any like mid zone in there. I'm just going to show you it on the instant replay in case you did not see it. So, once again, a lot of these are really similar. It's just looking at safeties and corners to tell which coverage the guy's in. Because pre-snap, they can definitely like disguise the coverage. As the defense could be like more pressed up or further back, making it look like either cover 4 or like cover 2, or mixing up to like cover 1, but really it's cover 2 or cover 3. You really never know until after the snap. Sometimes you can tell pre-snap just because they like run the base defense. Like the base defense for this would probably be like cover 2. But once again, you gotta keep it on for cover 4 because these corners are further back. But usually the immediate tell would be zone or man. But back to what I was saying. So right as you hike the ball, as you snap it, okay, whatever. You're going to be looking for those safeties and those corners to back up. One corner plays like more of like a press roll on the outside here, which is going to be this guy here. And then you got the 3 deep guys here. You're going to tell off the bat that the corner playing the deep zone is going to be playing further outside because he has outside zone type of thing. He's taking the outside of that right side while this guy takes the more inside part. And then this guy covers the bigger area, which means that there's more space for you to hit a dime in there with Tom Brady to Mike Evans, which definitely was there, as you can tell right here. For a few seconds, it was going to be there. Even before they started running over and the pass was thrown. As you can tell here, the pass isn't like thrown here, but if I scroll back a few seconds when he still has the ball in hand, you can tell I'm getting separation away from this corner, and that's usually what you can be looking for at cover 6. I know I told you guys I wouldn't, but I wouldn't like say plays and stuff, but I will say I will tell you like certain things about the coverage that you can like abuse or use to your advantage to beat somebody who's running the coverage repeatedly against you, and that you can tell is running that same coverage, or just running the coverage one time and you just feel like you know the play to beat it. But yeah, definitely cover 6 is an interesting one because it can be disguised as multiple different coverages. It could be disguised as cover 3, but I mean technically is cover 3, but it could also be disguised as cover 4 because right off the line it looks like cover 4, or cover 2 because there's 2 deep safeties and the corners are playing back for cover 4. So cover 6 is kind of an interesting coverage to play against, but I don't really see many people playing cover 4. I mean, cover 6, whoops. I see a lot of cover 4 and a lot of cover 2. And also a good bit of cover 3, but this is also like Xbox, so it might be different on PS4 or whatever you guys are playing on. That's usually what I see. I usually see a lot of like this start off the line though. Like the D linemen and the linebackers usually are playing like this. But like I said, cover 4, cover 2, cover 3 are like the main ones in my opinion for Madden right now. But yeah, that's going to be it for video number 1. Look forward to next time when I make another School of Madden. Next time we're probably going to be doing something with running, because my plan for this is going to be like do passing, then do running, then do passing, then do running. And then after some time, I'll probably make a defensive playlist, so then you can learn how to play better defense and adjust to the offense's decisions or motions or something like that to get better at defense. But if you guys enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.